Okay, so in this session, we are going to discuss about scheduler. So first of all, if any task to say to someone like happy birthday, right? You have to say happy birthday. So in this you are in the 9th February and you have to tell to this 25 June. How you can do it? So for that, you need to schedule the jobs. Okay, so what? This is your job. You need to execute, right? This is the job. That means this one is your job and you want to execute it, you want to schedule it, right? You want to schedule in this 25 June. Okay, in this 25 June. So for that we require the scheduler. Simply, if any task you want to perform at a particular time, okay, or particular interval of time, then you can simply use the scheduler, right? Now this is the job we have and this is the job we want to perform based on this date. Okay, so we can do it by using a scheduler. Okay, and firstly, scheduler is nothing but the service only. So we have a scheduler. So this is the scheduler, and scheduler is nothing but the service. And we knows that whenever we says anything, any particular topic, it's a service. That means we use their at the rate component, right? We use at the rate component and service, right? And here you can define your class. So like that way it works. And the thing is, you can create a scheduler by using a two ways, by using a whiteboard pattern, or secondly, here we have a scheduler API. So nowadays everyone is following this scheduler APIs because here this one is going to deprecate. Okay, because some of the Felix API we have, it's already deprecated. Okay, so that's why developer not choosing this whiteboard pattern. Mostly people are using the scheduler API. So if user is using a scheduler API, what does it mean? So basically they have provided the APIs, that is scheduler. That's it. This is what scheduler, and this is the class or this is the service they have provided. Okay, you need to create the object and you need to perform the operation. That's it. This is nothing but your scheduler API, right? So whatever the methods you need, all these method where it is present inside this scheduler API, right? So now I'll tell you, here it has a add method. Okay, here we have at method. Okay, right? So why we use this at method? So basically, now here this is the requirement. Now you want to say the happy birthday to someone. Okay, so you can simply use this at. So at the specified date it will schedule your job. So this is the job and you want to schedule at specified date, then you can simply use this at. And here you need to mention the date. So here I'm just mentioning 9 February, sorry, 25 June. Okay, this is the thing. But now the thing is, now this is the date we have. With this date we need a time, and with that we need a second. So you can use the add method. Okay, how we can use this method? Scheduler, because all these method where it is present inside the scheduler only, right? Scheduler dot add, and here you need to mention the date. Here you need to mention the date, here you need to mention the type, and here you need to mention the second. That means the millisecond you need to mention it, right? This is the thing. Okay, after that this thing is done. After that we have expressions as well. So inside this scheduler we have one method, that is expression, and here you need to define the expressions. Here you have to define the expression. So expression, it may be in the symbols, that means like question mark, star, and you will see the numbers. So these are nothing but your expressions only. So normal, this is the date you have and you want to convert this date into an expressions. You can use cron expression, any website is there, you can use the website and convert this time into an expressions, right? So if you, in some cases will occur in that you want to execute the, like, this is the task you want to perform it, but by using the expressions. Okay, like this. Okay, so in that case you can use the expressions. Okay, expressions we have. Now maybe you have scheduled it. Now consider you have scheduled your job. Okay, in this 25 June, right? You have scheduled the job in this 25 June. But the thing is, now we are not sure it has executing or not, right? We are not sure, but still we want to see like this job it has schedule or not. Maybe something went wrong inside this job. Okay, how we can see it as executed or not? So they have provided one method that is now. So it is also present inside your scheduler, and this method name is now. There is no need to mention anything inside this. So once you will mention here this scheduler dot now, this method will execute when your job, when it will deploy, whenever you will deploy the code, that time at least once, when you will define this, at least once your job will execute. Okay, job is nothing but the task, and if you want to execute more than once, so you can again you can use scheduler dot now. How many times you want to execute? Three times. Okay, so you can simply mention here three time I want to execute after 5 seconds. So in this way you need to mention it. So here every three time I need to execute after 5 seconds. Okay, so you can use this based on, or maybe based on the expression you are scheduling, right? But you haven't executing, you just simply have defining. If you want to execute, then we have one method that is schedule, scheduler dot schedule. So when you will mention this scheduler dot schedule, then only your job will execute at that particular date. So whatever you are mentioning here. Okay, and if you want to unschedule it, scheduler dot unschedule. That's it. So here we have a schedule and here we have a unschedule. So it will unschedule. By using this method, it will unschedule, and by using this schedule method, it will schedule that on particular time in this time. Got it? Got it? Okay. Again, what we have, see the thing is, now I'm just telling like that particular scheduler, it will schedule. That particular scheduler, it will unschedule, right? But now the thing is, now how we can define the scheduler? Okay, here we don't have anything to define the scheduler. Basically, if I define the name of the scheduler, we need to use the name method, right? But this is the name method we don't have inside this scheduler, right? And this is not a good thing. Now, if I want to concurrently execute this particular scheduler, that means maybe I have a three scheduler. Sorry. Now this is the task you have, okay, and you have here scheduler one. Just like that, you have scheduler 2. Just like the scheduler 3 we have. Okay. Now the same task you want to execute simultaneously. So S1 will go there, S2, S3 will go and execute simultaneously, right? So that is called as a can run concurrently. So you have to say can run concurrently. Okay, so here you need to mention true and false. So if you are mentioning the false, only one task, one scheduler will execute this task. But if you are mentioning can run concurrent true, so this three scheduler will execute this particular task or job. Okay, so this is the thing. But these types of method, or maybe config. So config, it's nothing but the information. So if you want to pass additional information to your particular scheduler, so this is the method. This is also a method. It's not present inside your scheduler. So what we will do? So they have into options. Okay. So this is the schedule option. What it will does, it provides some extra functionality to your scheduler. Okay, it provides some extra functionality to your scheduler. Just like that, how it will provide extra functionality. Now you want to set the name for your scheduler. So this is the method it has present inside your scheduler options. Thing is, again you need can run concurrent. So this is also a method it has present your in your scheduler options. Now just like that, now if you want to execute, just like that, here we have a config, right? So this config is nothing but we are passing some additional information to your scheduler. That means maybe your country name, maybe your URL, maybe your company name, vendor, all this information. So for that, they have introduced one config, right? Okay, that is okay. Now we'll see how we can create. So we have a two platform, that is first one is a whiteboard pattern and the scheduler API. Yeah, that is okay. So by using that, we'll create a scheduler, right? But how we can create a job? Two things we have, right? If you want to execute it, what you are executing? Job. That you can create by using a scheduler. But how we can create a job? So we have a two ways. You can create a job by using a runnable interface. Okay, or you can create a job by using a job interface. We have a two interface, runnable interface and the job interface. By using that you can create a job, but if you want to schedule the scheduler, you want to schedule the particular job, for that you need to use, yeah, whiteboard pattern. It has replicated, we will not use. And after that we have a scheduler API, so we'll use this scheduler API. Right, now come here, see, for executing the scheduler, right, for executing the scheduler, now I'm just executing the scheduler. What you need basically for executing the scheduler, okay, so basically you need a information, right? So you need a scheduler name, you need a scheduler name, right? After that you need a expression, maybe uh, can run concurrent, so can run concurrent. Okay, this one also you need. Do you want to enable the scheduler? So all this information will take, see, we already discussed yesterday, it is not a good thing. Like if I'm just creating one class here, class demo, and directly here I'm passing public string and just name, and here I'm hard coding, right? This is not a good thing, right? So for that what we have done, we have created the OAGI configuration, right? So this is the information will pass to the OAGI configuration. So this is the name also will pass inside the OAGI config. We can do these things. Come here. Already yesterday we have created this OAGI configurations. So at the service name. So how we can do these things? Attribute definition, and here you need to mention the name. Here service name. Second, descriptions. Okay, enter service name, and after that type. So type, it should be a string. Attribute type dot string, right? Now here we need to define the conditions. Okay, method you need to define. Then only it will assign all these things to your method, right? Get service underscore name. That's it. If you want to pass the default, you can pass. So here I'm just defining a practice. We have passed this name of your scheduler, right? The first thing and inside that you can go. Here you can define the name. Okay, you can define here names. What is the name? Now, do you want to run can run concurrent? Description. Uh, can define the name, and in this case we need for the cron expressions. So you can define the cron expressions here, and here you can come descriptions. So I am not executing by using a date. Here I am executing by using a cron expressions, right? Enter cron expressions. Define the type. So in this case, attribute type dot string, right? Public string, right? After that, get cron expressions. We can pass default, and here we can say cron expression. Now we'll go on the internet and generate the cron expression. Simply mention here cronmaker.com. Hit enter. Wait, it's gone.